The gray steering wheel icon on the screen indicates the car is ready to go into full self-driving mode. When the icon changes to blue, the car is in full self-driving mode and handling all of the steering, braking, and accelerating itself. If I override the input by touching the brake or turning the steering wheel, it immediately exits full self-driving mode and I am now in complete control of the car again. And here are some highlights from the video. I go around a truck and trailer properly. FSD finally navigates this correctly, not stopping at the yield sign and proceeding directly through it.
I did it correctly. Yeah.
Lots of traffic circles. In this case, it's someone who may not understand a yield sign. Yeah, in this segment, there are 5 traffic circles in a row. This is only the last two of them. In the longer video, which is the longer clip, it navigates all 5 of them sequentially without disengagement.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Park Drive, then your destination will be on the right.
And here, it skillfully goes around a car that's just parked on the side of the road, sort of blocking it, and then turns right into a parking area. And when it enters the parking area, it starts to veer left incorrectly, trying to figure out this car that's pulling out, and then veers to the right. And I was trying to correct it by yanking the steering wheel, like right there, but it veered right just as I was yanking it, so it turned with my hands, and it didn't disengage. Then we had a bit of rain. So I went out driving in the rain. There's some long rain clips. All in all, it did roughly the same in the rain that it does when it's not raining. There wasn't any noticeable issue in the rain, apart from this right here, where it doesn't slow down when there's standing water in the road. So I tapped the brake just to take a little bit of speed off of it. And lastly, a roundabout in the rain, of course. Gotta add one more roundabout. And that ends the summary. These are the longer clips that the short clips in the summary were taken from. For this clip, you'll see on the screen the navigation showing 5 roundabouts in a row. This is a section of road that goes by North Carolina State University. They went a little nuts with the roundabouts on it. But it goes through and it does navigate all of the roundabouts without any disengagements, which was pretty impressive. Now, that's not to say there are not disengagements, there certainly are. There are plenty of disengagements still, as this is beta software. I don't show a whole lot of them in my videos, but they do exist. I don't want to mislead you. People have asked me, is FSD 9, this new FSD software, is it better than the previous software? Absolutely. There have been some notable improvements. Overall, it seems to flow a lot better. And then the second question is it ready yet? And my answer is absolutely not. It still needs some more work, and it certainly isn't ready for the general public. It still does stupid things from time to time. As long as you're an alert driver that has your hands on the steering wheel, then you will be fine. However, as we have seen, there's no cure for stupid. People do stupid things. Riding in the backseat of a Tesla, no. This is not ready for the general public yet. So there's nothing really notable to talk about here, and I will just shut up and let you watch it. If you're interested in watching it, I'll add some notes to anything that's notable throughout the rest of the video.
500 feet, enter the roundabouts and take the third exit.
So coming up here, you'll see a truck on the left having a bit of a crisis trying to turn right. And it's backed up traffic through the traffic circle. So this is the first time I've run into a traffic circle that had stopped traffic in it. The car seemed to handle this fine. It does this occasionally when it pauses. It does this weird thing where it'll turn the steering wheel all the way in one direction, which it just did right there. And then when it decides to inch forward, it spins it back. And actually, I think it'll slowly turn it the other direction in a moment as well, and then spin it back. It's just a minor glitch that isn't a safety issue because it doesn't do it unless the car is stationary. So you just spun it back, and then it's going to pause again. Now it's sliding to the other direction. And then it spins it back when it inches forward. It doesn't do it that often, but it does do it occasionally. So the car is trying to figure out a path to go. And that white SUV wouldn't let it through, and then it just went through.
Now enter the roundabout and take the second exit. In 500 feet, turn right onto Park Drive. Then your destination will be on the right. Now turn right onto Park Drive. Now take exit 16 feet on the right.
In this segment, I'm driving through part of Durham, and there's nothing really exciting or notable until the very end, which I showed in the summary clip, where it navigated around a parked car and then turned into a parking area. But this segment right here, where it comes down and it transitions over next to a major highway and back up and turns left, with 8.2, the previous version of full self-driving software, it was very jerky at some points, and it didn't regulate its speed perfectly. Where FSD 9 in the same section, because I travel this section a lot, it just overall it feels much smoother. The whole adhering to the curve and regulating the speed and being just smooth overall.
Turn left onto Landing Circle, then turn right.
And coming up here is that spot where it does the complicated maneuver around the parked car and
Now
into the
turn
parking
left onto
area.
Landing Circle. Now turn right.
Okay. I thought I was gonna break that, but it stayed in AP mode. This section is more driving in Raleigh. It's another part of Raleigh that at some point in the segment is the spot where I passed the truck and trailer that was blocking most of the road. But that's later on in the segment.
Now turn right onto Brooks Avenue. In 500 feet, turn left onto Clark Avenue. Now turn left onto Clark Avenue.
Change that offset. down. I'm assuming because it saw that pedestrian there. And the rest of the video is clips of just driving around in heavy rain. I'll note that the auto wipers are very aggressive. Of course, wipers are forced on when you're in AP mode in this build, which is vision only AP, or FSD. And the auto wipers can get very, very aggressive, so I, a lot of times, will manually switch them to a slower speed. It would be lovely if they had a auto wiper chill mode that wasn't so aggressive as the standard auto wiper mode. As I noted in the summary, I tap on the brake here when it hits the standing water to take a little bit of speed off of it and put it right back into AP mode. coming up here, there's a left turn lane that it on and off has trouble with, and today it had trouble with it. I don't know that it had anything to do with the rain. It's just this particular turning lane, it very often incorrectly drifts into. I have to correct it. And with a school bus coming, I went ahead and corrected it over because the school bus wasn't fully over on the right side of the road. And in FSD mode, on an unmarked road especially in my neighborhood, it doesn't stay all the way to the right unless there's another car approaching. But I didn't want to wait for the school bus to approach to move over. It would be nice if it stayed all the way to the right all the time, but it goes like 10% over the line into the middle. It's mostly right, but not completely right.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Park Drive. Now turn right onto Park Drive.
It moves over when there's a car coming, but then it sort of scoots back in toward the center a little bit.
In 500 feet, your destination will be on the left.
And that's the end of the video. Thank you for sticking to the end and watching.
Destination is on the left.
Talk to you in the next one.